not
This
running.
conference will now be recorded.
I
It didn't
didn't.
run it.
No, I didn't run your code, this code, but I was working on the target code.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so I'm running it right now, and you can see.
Okay.
I don't know why it's black. But, yeah, see, it's gonna wait.
It will take some time.
Yeah. So you went to the next page. That's the expected, right?
Yes. So now it clicked. When it get to that the automobile, then it clicked.
Right, right. So the trick was to use the explicit wait.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's okay. And also about the Yahoo, I had a question, but it's okay. I can always do it later. That's fine. You can start the session.
You can ask me now because only like 3 people joined to this meeting, so
Yeah.
we have some time.
Okay. Hold on just a second. So with the Yahoo login, remember the homework you gave?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me move this out of the way again. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, so where is the Yahoo? Yeah. Yahoo sign up. So this one also, I don't know if you checked it, but this one also, look right here. I had to use only this word, select by visible text.
Mm-hmm.
The by index, it didn't work.
Okay.
Let me run it and you can see. Oh, sorry, I have to change my email address. Sorry, I should have done that.
But it's fine. Let's see what it does. So it selected Yahoo.
Yes, it selected Yahoo and I did it by visible text with Yahoo. But if I do it by index, in the console, it was saying that the index doesn't work. That one doesn't work. It couldn't find any index or it didn't work.
Okay, so check it now with the index. Let's see.
Okay. All right, so I am going to uncomment this. Okay, let's see.
It worked.
But I put index 1, remember? But it went to my Yahoo. So it's something crazy.
Try 0 because 0 will be the first one.
Oh, and now I have to use that. Okay, fine. I'll do that. So hold on, let me. Oh, it's not saying anything without changing my email though. So it's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine. So you will not be able to see anything, okay, because you are doing visible text. It's already selected. Now you are doing the visible text and also doing that index 0. So same thing.
Oh,
so
I see. Right. It might get messed up. Yeah, I should have changed that. Yeah.
No, what you can do is here in the first one, for line number 41, select by visible text, put that myyahoo.com. You got my point? So change it to myyahoo.com. Then in the line number 42, it will change back to the yahoo.com.
Okay, hold on. All right. Tell me again, you want me to change in line number 40 to my Yahoo? I'm sorry, line 41 to my Yahoo?
Okay, so let it run and then I will tell you what is going on here.
Okay. Okay. Should I change my email address?
No, you don't need to.
I'll just do it anyways. Okay. Okay. I have something wrong in my screen. It gets dark like this. I have to fix it actually.
Is it getting slower? Your laptop?
Yeah, it's getting slower. It takes longer time. So yeah, my laptop is kind of going crazy now. It's an old one. It used to belong to my son. Now I inherited it from him.
It's the opposite way of inheritance. So we'll learn that. In Java, we also have an inheritance, but that is only one way.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh my God.
Okay, so there
Come
might,
on.
but there might be a reason. So I will tell you that why is that? That is a very important thing that I was thinking to tell everyone, but because only a couple of people joined, but still I will show, and whoever will see this session, the recording, they will can do that later.
Yeah, you are completely breaking. I don't know why it's is
I
everybody, I don't know anybody else is hearing that, but it's I don't know
uh,
what's going on.
not sure, but
So
internet.
what did you say? You want me to run? Did you want me to stop it?
No, don't stop. It's
Okay,
running.
I'm gonna just run one. Yeah, I'm gonna run one more time because we couldn't see anything. It was completely dark.
I can see.
Oh, you can see? Okay.
I can.
Oh, oh, okay.
So I saw everything that what it wrote here for the first name, last name, Yahoo, password, and here.
Now it's fine. Now I can see too. So do you think it did it right? It did that. Is that what I did?
It
Yahoo?
worked. Okay, so it worked. Okay, let me explain that. So here, by default, is yahoo.com is selected, right?
Right.
Now you are using visible text to select yahoo.com. Now again, you are using index to select yahoo.com. So you are not seeing that change here. What you can do is you can go back to the code, to the Eclipse, and then
Is that what you want me to do?
yeah, now I can see it. So I don't know that why it's very slow here. Okay, so in the line number 41, yeah, no, don't change in line number 42. Keep it 0.
Okay.
So now what will happen is by default is selected yahoo.com. So for the line number 41, it will select my yahoo.com, and after that it will select yahoo.com again for line number 42. Okay.
Okay. But I wanted to select my Yahoo. Then my Yahoo was number 2. So I should put number 1, isn't it?
Yes, but why you are using two function to do the same thing? That is the question.
Which one? You're talking about the select by visible text and select by index? Is that are these the two function you're talking about?
Yes. Both of the function is selecting something from the drop down,
Right.
right? So why you will select the same thing for twice?
Okay. I thought that's what you did yesterday, the last time, both when you isn't that
I
what
was
we
No, in one time I was keeping that one line in a comment, and then I was showing you that to select
Oh,
VLW, you can use another option that is select by index,
I
and
see.
so we have another option that is select by value.
I see. I see.
So now you can run it. We can see that first of all it will be by default selected Yahoo, then it will
Yeah.
select my Yahoo, then it will go back and select Yahoo.
Yeah, but do you want me to put this in a comment now?
No.
It's
You
fine.
need
Okay.
now, but you understood that concept, right? We just need
Yes.
only one option, not both of them.
Yeah.
We don't need both of them.
Yeah. I understand that. Yes. So we just have to use either one.
Yes, that's right.
So it selected Yahoo.
Yes, because Yahoo is the last selection, right? That is
Right.
indexed by 0. That's why.
I see. So I shouldn't have done that. I should only use one, right?
Yes, that's why.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, because you are here, so I need your help. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so this is for all of you. Till now, we are running our testing, and it is opening that the Google Chrome every time. And if you are not using driver.close or driver.quit, so it was not closing, right? The Chrome browser, which is opening by that the Selenium, it's not closing, right? You have to closing it by manually, right? So what you can do is you can close it. Close all of these that you have, that you open through this Selenium.
Okay, so where should we put the close?
No, I mean that close all the browser that you open through the Selenium. That is already open. Just close that. So this is one of the reasons that your computer is getting slow. So it's for all of you. So close it. Oh no, you are going to work on that. Okay, no problem. So you close this browser, right? But
Right.
it doesn't mean that you close that from your system. So it's still running in the background. You just close the browser, but that the Chrome driver is still running in the background. So what you need to do is we need to right click on the taskbar, here down, right click on the taskbar, click on task manager. Then you'll see a lot of Chrome driver.exe, right?
Yes.
And these all are still running, and these
Oh
are
my
causing your
God, no wonder. No wonder.
it's making your computer slow. So what happens is either you have to close it manually from here, each and every one, or if you restart your computer, then it will go away. So these are like temporary, but it's still running. So what you can do is, if you don't want to shut down your computer, so just right click on it, right click on any Chrome driver.exe. So make sure that you are just working on Chrome driver.exe here on the left side. Down,
Anyone?
anyone, right click on it, click on the end task. So you have to do it manually for all of this Chrome driver.exe.
Oh, I see. I see. But I actually shut it down last night though.
Yeah, you shut it down, but what you did now, everything is here. All of the browser that you open today, after you start this computer, is still there. You see that Chrome driver.exe, all are here.
I see. So I have to do like manually all of them. There is no way to do it like all together.
No,
Oh,
either
I see.
you can put driver.close in your code or driver.quit, or you have to close it manually and then come here and then do the end task.
I see. I see. So where should we put the driver dot close? Is it at the beginning of the code or?
Of the code, the last line of your code will be driver.close, because
Oh,
if you keep your driver.close right at the beginning, then it will open the browser and then immediately it will close the browser. Then how it will work on your page?
right, right, right. So we'll have to be working on top of that. So every
Yeah,
time, right? Okay, okay. I see. I got you. Okay, yeah, that's useful. Thank you.
no problem. So why I told you to do this, like using this driver.close or driver.quit, is because is whenever you are working in Java or any programming language and you open any service that is outside of the Java. That's mean that this browser, you are trying to work in a browser and that is outside from the Java, right? You're
Right.
trying to send some instruction to the browser to do something like click or type something in the text box. You can do everything, which is, there is no problem with that. But every time we go outside the Java, then we need to also close that, because if we don't close it, then it will be running until I close the computer or the shut down the computer.
Oh, I see. So if we have to close it, it's not just the X, it's just the right clicking and end task. We have to close it like that.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, thank you.
No problem. So it's for all of you. So whoever like having some issue with that the slow computer, they can you do that. And okay, so I know that today's topic is going to give you some headache, but let me give you these things before the session starts. Okay, so this is one of the trick that you need to do. Like if your computer is getting slow, you are not shutting down your computer for like 1 or 2 days, then you need to do these things. Like you have to go to the task manager and then close all the Chrome driver, like Chrome driver.exe. Make sure that you are just only closing that. You are ending the task of Chrome driver.exe, nothing else. Okay. So this is one of the thing, and let me show you there are like a couple of ways that you can make your computer faster. Okay. Today I'll just show you only two tricks. Then I will show you after that I will show you like a couple of them more. Okay. First of all, you need to click on this Windows button. Once you're here, then click just type run. Once you type run, okay, so it's not going to that page here. Okay, once you type run here, then you will see something like that, run app. Click on this run app, then it will open something like this. It will open something like this. Okay, so in this open, there is a text. This is a text box where you can type something. So what you need to type is msconfig. Okay, msconfig. Let me share this one here in the chat box. Yeah, so temps works, but that is like to remove the temporary files from the computer. But this is something different. The thing I'm going to show you is something different. So if you type this msconfig in the run and then click on OK, then you will see something like this. So this is one of the window you will see, which is says that system configuration. Once you are here, are you doing with me, or I'll just go through and then you will check it later? You can check it later, right? Slowly.
Yeah, I think we're all checking it later.
Okay, do it later after the session. So once you're here, click on boot and then click on advanced option. And here, once you click on advanced option, you will get another box, another prompt box, and here it says that boot advanced option. You just need to click on this number of processor. So by default it's not checked, so you have to click on this checkbox. Then from this drop down, select the 4 or select whatever the highest you have. Okay, and then click on OK. It's already selected in my case, so I'm not doing that. So click on OK, and once you're done, then click on OK. Then do one more thing. Again, click on Windows, type run, and select run. Once you select run, then it will show you something like this. So here you have to type something, right? Just type services and then click on OK. Once you click on OK, it's taking some time. Okay, so it's not coming. Even if it's not coming through run, usually it's come, but it's fine. So once you click on Windows, just type services here. It's the same thing. Select the services. Then you'll see this window, which is services window. Okay. From these services, go all the way here where you will see sysmain. Okay. Double click on the sysmain. By default, it is automatic or maybe manual. You just need to make it disable. Once you make it disable, then click on stopped. Okay, in my case I already stopped it, so it's not this button is disable now. So once you click on stop, then it will take some time to stop this service, and then click on apply and okay, that's it. Once you're done with these two things, then restart your computer. I believe it will be faster than now. Okay, so these are the two tricks to make your Windows computer a little faster. So I hope it will work, and then let's start our session. Okay, no problem. So do you have any question or any issue? No problem. Do you have any question or any issue that we about the last session? Anything? No? Okay. So if we don't have any question or any issue, then at first we'll learn about the alert. Then we'll go to the difficult part of that today's topic. Okay. So first of all, for the alert, I found some website where we can do some practice on alert. From this website, we can easily work on this website. This will be a good example. So let me open it here in the Chrome. Oh, it's already open in the Chrome. This is the website. So let me share the link with you, with all of you. So this is the website where you need to go for this automation, for this alert automation. Okay, to check how this alert works. So you might be, this is like a very familiar thing for any one of you, where whoever likes to go different websites, they will see different alerts. Like, okay, so this is very common when you try to register yourself in that application, then it will give you a confirmation. Okay, register successful. So that is something like alert. Okay, so here we have different kinds, like almost same kind of alert, but it's like different functionality. But to work with this alert, we just need to learn only 4 functions, and out of these 4 functions, you already know 2 of these functions. So you just need to understand 2 functions and how to handle this alert. That's it. So let's check it manually first. So once you click on this alert, then you'll see there is an alert, and it says that I am alert. And when you have this alert, you cannot do anything in the page. You see that I'm not able to click anywhere in the page until or unless I click on this OK button. So you must have to handle the alert. If there is an alert in the page, you must have to handle that. Without that, you will not be able to do anything in this page. That's why alert is a very important thing in automation and also for interview. Okay, it's very simple, very easy thing, but people make mistake. So okay, here I cannot do anything unless I click on OK. Once I click on OK, then I'm again able to click anything from this page, right? Anything. Now if I click on this first button, it says that I'm alert, and then click on OK. And second, it says that I am confirmed, so I have two options here, either okay or cancel. So when you see an alert with like I agree or not, something like that, if you agree, then it will take you to the next page. But if you say I don't agree, then it will not take you to the next page. So this is kind of like alert sometimes we need. So we also need to handle this kind of alert. And after that, there is a prompt with a text box where you can type something. So there might be some alert where it will ask you to insert your email address for subscribe. So you can just type your email address, anything, and then you have to click on OK. Once you click on OK, then it will go out. And this is not like mandatory, this kind of alert, like you need to put something and then click on OK. You also can click on cancel. You got it? So these are the things that you need to handle. And for this, you just need to work with 4 functions, nothing else. So this is another alert where you need to do double click on it. So this is something different. So we'll see that later, but not now. We just need to work with this alert now. So let's try to start working here. So this is target. So I'm not going to work with the target. Insurance company. Okay. Let me just copy this Amazon, because in Amazon I have only a couple of lines of code. So I'll just copy this Amazon.com, right click on it, right click on the Amazon, copy, and again right click on the package and paste it. Once I'm pasting it, I need to provide the name of the project. So what is the name of the site? It's or practice alert. Practice alert is fine. Practice alert. That's it. Click on OK. So once you click on OK, it will create a new class. Whatever you have in the Amazon class, you will see the same thing here. Only the class name is different. Let me go here. Where is that? Practice alert. So you'll see everything similar except this class name. Now I don't need these 2 lines of code, and I also need to change this URL. These are the 2 things I need to do. So I will just copy this URL and paste it here. So once I'm done, then next thing is I need to click on this alert. Until or unless I'm clicking on this alert, I'll not be able to get the alert. So I need to click on it. So let's inspect this. So here it says that input type is button, name is alert. So I think this name is unique. Let me find out if it's unique or not. I have 11, but is this name equals to alert? No, right? No, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Only one name is alert, and this is the location, and the next is not there. Okay, so that's why I can use this name equals name alert. So I will just go here, do wave element alert button equals to driver dot find element. Is it very it's good now, right? You can see it. By dot name. I'm going to use a name because name is there and it's unique. So why should I write the X file? Next, I need to click on this alert button. Dot click. So let's see that if it is working or not. So here, Is it going to run this class or another class? Let me see. Ah, this class, yes, that's right. You see that? So it worked. So it's going to that website, and now I click on the alert. Now I can see the alert. Now the main thing is I have to handle this alert. Okay. So let me close it. I don't need it. To handle the alert, first of all, if you remember that we did this one, driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait, where I'm putting 25 seconds, and the time unit will be dot seconds. If you remember, we did that for the implicit way. If you remember this part, it will be easy for you to do this one, the alert. For the alert, we also need to start with the driver and then dot and then manage dot was that right? No. Where is that alert? It should be under manage dot window dot did I forget? I forget last time when I used this alert. Switch to, yes, that's right. Switch to driver dot switch to dot alert. So alert is under the function of switch to. So once you click select the switch to and then dot alert, then you are here to handle the alert. Now, as I said that you need to understand only 4 functions from this alert. You'll see there are not like a lot of functions here, but here you need to work with only 4 functions. One is accept. What is this accept is, when you click on any alert, you see that there is an OK button. To click on this OK button, you cannot do it directly here. To click on this OK button, so you need to use this accept function. So accept means that you are accepting, which is like OK button. Okay. Now, second, we have here cancel. For this cancel button, to select this cancel button, here in Selenium, we have a dismiss. So you just need to remember these 2 things here. One is for click on OK button or work to accept that alert, you need to get this function accept, or if you want to cancel that alert, then you need to select this dismiss function. Okay, so let's work with that accept and see if it is working or not. So I will put just some thread.sleep so that you can see it's working, because it will be so quick you will not be able to see that thread.sleep, and then I'll give like 3 seconds sleep, then semicolon. Once I'm done, I need to import this, not import, like add throws declaration, and then it's done. Okay, let's run it. Okay, you see that? So now it's waiting 3 seconds. Now it accepted the alert, right? So this is, for this alert, we can only work with this OK button, right? Now, if I go back here, Or let's do one thing. Today we'll do some practice as well. So for this one, I already shared that the URL with you. Just create a class, and if you just copy and paste your any previous class, that will also fine. You just need to work with these three things, these 4 lines of code. Going to this website and then get the button to click on it. After that, use this function driver.switch to alert.accept. Okay. And
Why did we have to use the thread? Because you already used the implicit wait.
no,
So I thought you have if you have that, we don't need the thread anymore.
no, that is fine. But what I'm saying, yeah, I said here is, if I click on this alert and if I don't have this thread or slip, then you will see that it just come and go. Like you might not see that the alert was there. Let me show you. Because Selenium is very quick. If you want to see something, you have to put a sleep. But sleep is not mandatory and sleep is not recommendable. So we should not use thread. Just for the practice, I'm just showing. You see that? It was quick.
Oh,
To
I
show
see.
you that there is an alert, that's why I just put a 3 second sleep
Okay, okay, got it.
there. Okay, so you just have only 7 minutes to do this work. Okay, 7 minutes. You already have the URL. I shared that in the chat box. Then you need to go and get that button, the alert button, and then you need to just do this one, driver dot switch to alert, and then accept it. Let me know if you need any help. Are we done? Okay, I got one submission. There is alert. Yeah, that is right. So it's working, right? So beauty, is it working? Yeah, okay, okay, that's fine. So main goal is to understand that if you are able to handle the alert or not. Okay, one more submission. Don't maximize times. Okay, and you are accepting that. Yep, something. So you are also right. Okay, so it's 7:50. Do we need some more time? Okay, so because there is no response, so we'll move forward. Now, our next task is to work on the second button, which is confirmation box. In the confirmation box, once you click on this confirmation box, it says that I am confirmed, and then it's only two options, OK and cancel. So we already know to click on OK, we need to use accept function. But now we will click on cancel, which is like dismiss. So we'll go here in the code. I will keep that as is. So I will see this one is working, and also I will create another one. Web element. This is called confirmation box. Okay. I'll keep the same name. Confirmation box equals to driver dot find element. What is the way that I can use? Like, sorry, cancel confirmation box, and the name, I believe the name is yes, confirmation, so which means I can use that. This can be unique name. Let me use it. By dot name, and then in the end semicolon. Next thing, I need to click on it. Confirmation box dot click, and once I click, that alert will show. It worked. Okay, so the alert will show up, and then I want to see the alert, so that's why I'll just keep this line thread.sleep so that I can see the alert is there. And after that, I will do driver dot switch to dot alert dot dismiss. So I don't want to accept this, I want to dismiss it. That's it, that is my task. So what I can do, I just run it and see if it is working or not. You see that? So that was for previous, now it's new, and then it's also working. So this function is also working. Okay. Now we will not going to practice that one, but we are going to practice an important one. Okay. So let's say that here you can see this. Once you click on this alert, it's showing something, right? It's like telling you something. For each and every alert, that is a different. This says that I am alert. The second one says that I'm confirmed. Third one, I don't see that I'm prompt. So like different alert have a different sentences, right? We need to verify that what is the text is there. What's the text in this alert? Because let's say that if you're trying to register a new user, it's supposed to show you after click on the register button, it's supposed to tell you that registration complete. This is an alert, registration complete. So once you see that registration complete, and if you just click on OK, that doesn't mean that registration is really complete and you got that registration complete dialog box. So you need to verify the text of that alert. So you need to verify the text and then you need to accept that alert. Okay, so now we are going to get the text from the alert. And the good thing is you already know this function. You already know this function. Okay, so for this one, what I'll do is okay, let me do for the new one. New one means the third one, prompt. I will create a web element for this one, then I'll read it. The same procedure is same for all of this alert. For this one, for the second one, for the third one, procedure is same. So I will work on the third one because after that we need to see another function. Okay, so for the prompt, the name is prompt, so I believe this is unique. So let me create a web element with E capital. Prompt button equals to driver dot find element by dot name. Oh, sorry, not this one. So this should be prompt. Copy, go back and paste it here. Once you're done, just close it. Then I'm clicking on it. So it's a prompt button dot click. Okay, so it will open that alert. It will open the alert. Now I need to read this line, read this message from this alert. This is I am prompt, so I need to read this. Policy is same. Driver dot switch to dot alert. Everything you need to do with the alert is you have to go to the alert first. Alert and then click on dot. And if you remember to read the header or read any text from the page, we have a function, right? And that is a get text. Same thing we have, get text function. And can anyone tell me what this get text function returns? Does it really returns on? Okay, so yeah, I got the answer. Okay, so it's return is string. If you just mouse over to the get text, then you will see the first thing is string. That means it's returning string. So because it's returning a string, I will create a string variable alert text, something like that, equals to this one. I will just keep this message here, and after that I will just print this line: system out println alert text. Let's see it's working on now. So I think my program is done. Let's see. Yeah, it says that I'm prompt. See that? I'm able to read the text. Now, once you are able to read the text, can I validate this text? If I'm getting the right text or not, can I do that? Okay, so yes. So how can we do that? Yes, that's right. So we can keep this expected alert text and actual alert text, and then we can use if else condition to check if the alert text is like whatever the expected text I have, like I am prompt, is matching with that alert text or not. Okay, so we can do that. Now the next part is you know already three functions, that is accept, dismiss, and get text. Now the fourth one, that is once you get this kind of alert where is there is a text box, you can also type something here. You see that? You can also type something. So now our task is to type something here and then click on OK. So I will do driver dot find element. No, sorry, what I'm doing here. It should be driver dot switch to, right? Driver dot switch to dot alert dot send keys. You already know if you need to type something in the text box, we are using this function send keys. So this is also your known function send keys. So in this send keys, we need to send something like my name, something like that, and then you're done. You just need to accept this alert. That's it. You got the point? So now it should read the text, it will print the text, then it will type this one, and then it will also accept this alert. So let's see if it is working or not. So the website I was using previously for this alert testing, if you are typing something in the alert box, then it was showing there. It was showing here in this white place that what you type. But in this website, they are not showing it. So you are not able to see that did you type anything or not. But it's fine. It's working. That is the main thing. Okay. So I'm giving you 9 minutes only to practice this get text and this send keys. Okay.
One quick question, like you just mentioned, like in my system also, when I was like accepting it, it like automatically accepted and the alert went away very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So Selenium is very quick. If you just use this thread or sleep, then you will be able to see that like for 1 second or 2 seconds, then it will give a pause to your execution. Okay, sleep for 2 seconds, then it will go for a sleep, and then when it will come back, then it will execute from there. Okay, so then you will see that what are the things it's going on in that testing. But we don't use this thread or sleep until or unless it's necessary.
Okay, so you want us to do this whole thing right now?
Whole thing is that you just need to practice two things: get text and then this send keys.
Okay.
I believe you will be done before that because you just need to create a web element for prompt button, then get text, and at the same time just do the send case. But still, you have 8 more minutes. Are we supposed to see my name here? You will not see anything. You will not see anything because once you type and then you, if you type here my name and then if you just put a thread or sleep for a couple of seconds, like 2 seconds, then you will be able to see that name, there, that what you are typing. Let me show you for 2 seconds here. So if I run it, once it's here, same case, then it will type this value in the text box. Then after 2 seconds, it will accept that alert. Did you see that? Okay, so let me run it again, no problem. So I'm running it now. Take it again. Uh-oh, it's very quick. It didn't type anything.
Yeah, I was almost about to say, like I put the thread dot sleep and I put for the 5 seconds and it shows me the alert box, but it didn't type anything.
Okay, so their alert is not accepting this send keys, but it didn't throw any error though. But it's supposed to work like it's supposed to send this text in that alert. So let me check it for like 8 seconds. Okay, so if I do that, and I'm supposed to do something like this, so it should do that. Okay, let me check it here. The code, where's the code is? Console. The text and given trigger sleep for 2 seconds to see what's going on, and then run it. First one, the second one, third one, that's not typing anything. So that's mean that their website is not like working as expected. So usually that is the text box where you can type something, and for that one we have only one function, that is send keys. We cannot do any other. We cannot use any other function here. So let me check it here once. Check it. No. This alert you cannot handle with this inspect as well. You see that? It's not showing anything.
Yeah, maybe the website issue.
Yes. So it's fine, but this is the way how you can send some text to that alert. Okay, so there is one more website, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to use that. Excuse me. Okay, there is one more website, but this website have too many ads, so that's why I didn't check this one. But if you use this website and if you click on this enter text box in enter text in alert box, click on it, then it will give you this alert box where you can type any name or anything here and click on OK. Once you accept this alert, then you will see this is here, right? So that means this is working. So I don't need to show you right now, but let me share this link with you so that if you want, you can practice on this website. So this is the website link. Okay, so you can do it later, but make sure that you don't click on any ads from this website. Okay. Okay, so we are done. Now we're done with the alert, but not yet. Like we have a couple of things to understand here. So you see, every time we are using this alert, we need to use this alert for like accept or dismiss or send this or get text. We need to write this whole thing every time, right? Driver.switch to alert, driver.switch to alert. So there is a way that we can make it minimized, like we can make an object of this alert. Okay, so the way is let me create it here before everything, before I start it here. So the object, how you can create the object is like alert equals to give any name to your object. Like in my case, I
Maximize.
yeah, sorry, what is that?
Oh no, sorry, excuse me.
Okay, so you need to create an alert object. So like this, alert equals to. So usually how we create the alert, we create an object. Sorry, how we create an object is class name, object name equals to new class name, the parentheses. In this case, it's a little different. Whatever you have here until the alert, we just need to keep it here. So it's a driver dot switch to dot alert. That's it. So now you also need to import this alert. Okay, now once you're done, every time you are using before this one, now you don't need to. It's just like you need to use this alert only. So let me keep this line in a comment, and then I will just show you that this will work as is, alert dot accept. So I'm just using this function, this object, this alert object, to call this accept. You see that same thing. Driver.switch to alert is driver.switch to alert dot accept. So I'm keeping this thing driver.switch to alert in this alert object, and then I'm just calling this accept. Same thing I can do for all of them. Alert dot dismiss. Then again, for this one, send get text. What is it? This one. This one I will type it here. Alert dot get text, and I'll keep this driver here so that you can refer it. Okay, so instead of this line, I'm just using this one. This alert is this object, right? So I'm just using it. Next, the same thing for send keys. alert dot send is any name. Sorry. Okay, this is the way how we can use this alert driver dot switch to alert in a function. Sorry, not in an object. We can keep that in an object, and then every time we don't need to write the whole thing. Just write this object. That's it. It will work as the same way. So let me run it and see if it is working or not. It's not working. It's not working. And the reason behind it's not working is a lot of things.
Lots of error.
Lots of errors. Okay, so why is that? No such alert. Okay, no such alert means that it I cannot do this one here. I have to do it after I click on it.
Brother, I didn't understand one thing over here. So what was the error and where did you put this one little bit on top?
Okay, I'll explain that.
Okay.
Explain.
Yeah, it looks like it's working fine right now.
Yeah, it's working fine and there is no issue, right? This is because I just closed this browser before it's closed this done this execution. That's why this error is here. But the thing is, what I did is I tried to get that alert before I tried to switch to that alert before I get that alert in the page. So if I keep that in the previous place, so here I maximize the window. Okay, I maximize the window. Let's say I'm in the beginning and the execution and line by line. Let's say this is the page I'm going here. So this is the place I'm here right now. Then it's implicit wait, which is like in the background process. And then it's going to the maximize. So I'm maximizing this window. After that, next line is alert. So I'm trying to say there is an alert, create an object of that alert. But in this page, there is no alert, right? So that's why it was giving you this. There is no alert. Why you are trying to get this alert? We are getting this alert only once we are clicking on this alert, right?
Correct.
So you have to find the web element first.
Web element first means?
So you are doing it after that, right?
Yes, I'm doing it after the click on this button. After I click on this alert button.
A system wants us to be logical.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You have to find the web element and then you have to put that function or object or whatever, right? So yeah, otherwise it doesn't know where it is, right?
Yes, that's true. So after you get this web element of alert and you click on it, only then this alert is in your page, right? This alert is visible in your page, and then only you can work with the alert. But what I did before was I tried to work with this alert even though there is no alert in my page. That's why it was showing me that error. So that's why I just take this out, this alert from this line to after I was getting the alert here. Now it's working fine.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so couple of things. The interview question is how can we handle the alert? Can we handle the alert?
Yes, we can handle the alert.
Okay, how can we handle the alert?
The way you just showed us, we have to like.
No, you have to answer me.
Okay. To handle the alert, we have to verify and validate. What is the alert for?
No, to handle the alert, we have 4 functions. 2 function is for accept and dismiss, and 2 function is for send keys and get text.
Yes, we did. First of all, we did accept, then we did handle it, and we type on the text box if we want to do something, then we dismiss it.
Yes. So the answer will be to handle the alert. We can use accept function and dismiss function. If we need to read the text from the alert, we can use get text. If we need to type something in that alert, we can use send keys function. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, most important question for the interview is, if you see here, the alert you can see, and this alert, do you see any changes here between these 2 alerts? Any difference?
Over here, this is the window box. Lots of things. What do you mean by the differences?
So this is a window box, right?
Yes.
And this is an alert.
Oh, this is just a small like a text alert. Yes.
Text alert. Okay. So you see that in the top it says that the website says, and then alert, and there is a OK button or dismiss button. So these are your browser alert.
Okay, this is browser alert.
Alerts are your browser alert. In Selenium, we can handle only browser alerts. And this one, once you click on this choose file, this alert is a Windows alert.
Yes, got it.
We cannot handle Windows alert by using Selenium. Got it?
Got it.
So this is a very, very, very important question for the interview. There are like 75% chance you will get a question on this alert. And what kind of alert we can handle? We can, in Selenium, we can handle browser-based alert. We cannot handle Windows-based alert. Okay. Now the question is, then how can we just then choose a file? If we click on it, the clicking until the clicking is fine, until the clicking is part of the Selenium, we can do the click here. But when it's come to this Windows, then how can we handle it? So there is a class called robot class. Okay, robot class. So in robot class, if we use this robot class, we can use our keyboard keys. Like we can give the instruction that, okay, now click on tab, tab, tab. Where is that? It's not working for me. Okay, now let me open that again and show you. So once I click on this button and this window comes, that is Windows alert, and then if you need to click on cancel, let's say that I want to click on this cancel, but in Selenium we cannot do that. To handle this, we need to use this robot class. By using the robot class, we can use our keyboard keys. Okay, we can use our keyboard keys to automate. How? We can use this tab. You see that? Once I click on this tab, now the highlighted part is in all files. It's just above this open button. Now if I click on one more tab, then now the highlighted part is open button. Now once I click on this tab again, now the highlighted part is cancel. Now next thing is I have to hit enter. So once I hit enter, then this Windows alert is gone. Right? So we need to use this robot class. So let me write it down. If we get a chance, then I will show you something on the robot class. Robot class to handle Windows alert. Okay, these are the very important topic for interview. Please try to understand this alert. It's very small thing, but it's confusing. for some people. So it's just only 4 functions, and out of 4 functions, you already know 2 functions. You just need to remember 2 functions, that is accept and dismiss. Okay, and after that, if it comes to that Windows alert, we cannot handle Windows alert by using Selenium. We need to use robot class. Robot class is a class that already have all the functions. You just need to use this class. Create an object of this robot class, and then we can use it. Okay, so we are done with this alert. Any question?
Yes, a quick question I have just from the last thing. Whatever we do, like by using the keyboard, not the like a desktop-based alert, we have to handle with the keyboard, and that process is called the robot class.
That process, not the process, we can handle that Windows-based alert by using the robot class.
Yes, I'm meaning like the robot class things. We used our keyboard keypad
Yes,
to dismiss that alert, and this is called the robot class.
that's true.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Any other question? No question? Okay. So if you don't have any question, we can go for a break, and after the break, we'll learn the very important topic. Okay, we can do that after the class. Sorry, after the break. So then we'll start again. Eight 45. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So you asked about that robot class. Okay. In Selenium, we are not able to handle any kind of Windows alert. We are able to handle only browser-based alert, and that is why if we have this kind of situation where we have to uh, we have to click on choose a file to upload any document. To upload any document, you might have this kind of button where it says that browse button. So if you have this browse button, once you click on the browse button, if you remember in any website, like not any website, like for example Facebook, if you want to set a profile picture in a Facebook, you need to upload your picture, right? And once you click on browse button, then it will give you that Windows alert, like Windows prompt, where you have to select your image, and then you can click on select, and then you can upload your image. So same way, if you click on this choose button, then it will ask you that which file you want to upload. And once you click on upload, select the file and click on open, then it will upload this file. So this kind of situation, if you have this kind of situation, then you need to use robot class. Okay. And if you don't understand the robot class, which is fine, you can just ignore that question by saying that in my case, I'm not handling any Windows-based alert, which is fine. Okay, it's not mandatory. You need to work with the robot class. You need to work with the Windows-based. You need to handle the Windows-based alert. It's not mandatory. But if you know the concept that which class you can use to handle this Windows-based alert, then they will understand. Okay, so you have the idea. You have the idea, you just need to implement it. That's it.
So for this one, so the four function we learned today. So we that is for the we can do the Selenium on that in that case. The
Yes.
yeah,
This function
browser.
is not for the Selenium to handle the browser-based alert.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Okay. Any
Okay.
question? Any
No,
other?
I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so let's start now. And this part that we are going to do, it's a little tricky. The thing is, if you remember, I give you a homework to create 4 scripts, right? To create 4 scripts to log into the source demo using different username and password. The people who did that homework, then it will be easy for them to implement this concept, and they will understand this concept very easily. Okay, so I'm not saying that it was like the people who didn't do that, they will not understand, but it will take some time for you. Okay, so what we'll do is let me create another package because I'm going to create 4 scripts for source demo. So let me create a package here, package, and then let me give a name, source demo. Okay, so for source demo we have 4 users, so I will create 4 script, means 4 class. So I'll just copy this Amazon. So because Amazon I have very less code, so I'll just copy that and paste it in this new package. Sorry, here, paste it, save it. So now in source demo I have this amazon.com because the new package, that's why I just copy and paste it. I didn't like made a different copy of that. So I will close all of this. Yes, I don't need all of this right now. So I will close all of this. Now I will just open this Amazon. Or let me rename it first. To rename any class or package, you have to right click and then you have to go to the refactor and then rename. Let me open this source demo here somewhere. Where is that? Okay, so okay, so this is source demo website where I said that you have to use 4 different users to log into the system. Okay, now I'm going to create 4 different class to create this user to log into the system. Okay, so first of all is standard user. And one more thing, please do this homework because if you do this homework, then it will help you in the next session, in the next week's session. In the next week's session, we are going to learn the framework, so it will help you in that case. Okay. Click on finish. So I have only one user class right now, one script right now for standard user. Let me create 3 more. Copy and I'll paste it here. And for this one, I'll say logged out user. Then I'll create 1 more for problem user. Then 1 more for performance glitch user. Oh, there is a typing mistake, so I need to rename it. Refactor, rename, use it, should be user. Okay, so it's done. So now I have 4 scripts, but still it's not ready because I have to go each and every code class and then I have to change these things. Copy this URL, go back to this code and paste it. The people who already have this script, they don't need to do anything. Okay, they can just watch it. I already did that right before. Let me just copy it. Where is that? Selenium learning, I believe. Selenium learning here. I'm using this thing. Click right. So I'll just copy and paste it. Very simple. Standard user, secret sauce, and then click on the login button. So let me see if it is working or not. Right click on this class, run as Java application. So it's open, it's a standard user, so it's logging into the system, so there is no issue, right? So I'll close this and then I'll work on the second one. So the second one is logged out user, right? Standard user, logged out user. So I will use the logged out user now. Where is that? Logged out user here. So in logged out user, I'll just paste these lines of codes here that I just copied. Then here, instead of standard user, it should be logged underscore out user, logged out user.
You need to change the website address.
Oh yes, that's right. Let me just copy that from previous class.
Yeah, 4 of the classes need to change the URL.
Yes, that's true.
And right now I'm trying to understand, like we created the 4 classes because one user can be standard. What is going to be happen if somebody logged out? For them the separate profile and separate testing, right?
That's right.
Correct.
So in this website, we have 4 different users for 4 different functionalities. Okay, the first user is standard user, regular user. There is no problem with that. Second user is a logged out user. So that is on purpose that user is logged out. So even though if you are using the right credentials, you will not be able to log into the system and it will give you an error message. Third one is a problem user. So let me type this problem user and then I'll run one by one. Just let me complete this part first. And this is performance glitch user. So let me just copy this. It's a very big line. Okay, that's done. So I'll save all and then I'll show you one by one. So I already showed you that standard user. Let me show you the logged out user here. Right click, run as application. So if you see this is running and it's used that logged out user password and it says that sorry, this user has been logged out. So as a tester, you have to verify this message is showing or not. If the user is logged out, you need to see that if this is throwing this kind of message or not. So you are verifying this one. Now for the performance glitch user, it will show you the pictures instead of the regular pictures like back pictures or something like that. It will show you like dog picture. That's when it's if this user, whenever this user log into the system, there is some issue with that user. Okay, so this is a logout, yeah, problem user. And last one is performance glitch user. This user, once it's tried to log into the system, it takes some extra time to log in to the system. So that is performance glitch. So this is a different user. So it's fine. We just need to understand that how it works. You see that it clicked on the login, but it took some extra. It's taking some extra time to log into the system, loading the images. That's it. So we already know about this one, that how we can log into the system. Now, can anyone tell me in this all these 4 script is anything I'm repeating?
Anything we are repeating?
Yes.
Yeah, we are repeating every time the type user ID and password and click on login.
You are repeating this part. You are typing the username and password.
Yes, all of the process have same for the 4 users.
Okay, that's not almost right. Anyone else? Just think about it.
Yeah, we will see send keys.
You are using same keys, okay? But different times you are using different same keys, right? You need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use same keys. Without using the same keys, you are not able to type anything. And for the
Password?
password, yeah, that is right. But in this case, if you don't send the password, like yes, you can keep a password somewhere only one time, then it will take that password from there, right? That is true. You are using the password, same password multiple
Yeah,
times.
we are using the same password for the 4 username, the same password. So the password is not changed. The logging 4 times, but the password is the same, right?
Yep, that's right. But you're missing very important thing. Let me
For
show you.
login button dot click we use.
Yeah, every time we are using the login button click, it doesn't matter which types of user it is.
Okay, yeah, that is also right. But let me show you side by side, and yeah, then you might get some idea. No, it's not working, but let me show you down. Okay, so this is the code. This is the code. Now tell me, do you see any similarities in? You can see in two script here, but four script have the same thing, right? Okay, now tell me.
Send keys?
Yes, same. You need to use the same keys. Without same keys, you will not be able to type anything.
We also use driver dot find email.
Yeah, we need to do the driver.find element for every time.
Yes, that is the right answer. So if you see every time you are using driver.find element and you are using the same thing, you are trying to get the web element, the same web element for 4 times. You got my point? You are using this driver.find element for 4 times for your 4 script.
Yes.
Okay. So can we create another non-random class, and then there just I will create this one, because this is same thing every time I'm getting this one, so I'll just call that function and it will give me this username wave element. Can I do that?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Anyone else who agree with maybe?
Yeah, definitely you're saying so. That's why definitely there is some option, but it was out of my mind because for user name. So that's why I was not thinking about that driver.find element.
No, whenever you see any code, and if you have two script and both of the script are using the same thing, same lines of code, that means you can keep that in a function and you can just call that function.
Yeah, so we can make that function all the time so that we can do the 4
Yes,
with
you're just creating this function only one time and you're calling this function for multiple times.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else having any issue understanding this concept? No? Okay. Then let's go and try to implement this concept. Let's create a right click, new class. Let's create it. We call that as a like page object. So I'll give that name, but I will explain that later. Okay. I'm just giving that name. So which page I'm working on right now? It's a login page, right? It's a login page. Am I right?
Yes.
So I will give a name on the name of the page. It's a login page, or you can say also home page, because this is the home page of that website. So you can say login page or home page, which is up to you. Login page. And because I'm creating a non-runnable class, so I don't need this public static void main. Then click on finish. Once you're done, so I have this class. In this class, I'm trying to create a function. Public, I will say void for now. Then what is the name of the function? Username, text box, right? Username text box, and then parentheses, and then okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'll create a function that will do. Let me get this one here. That will do this part. These 2 lines of code. You got it? I'll create a function that will do these 2 lines of code. So I already have this function. Now let me just go and keep this one here. These 2 lines of code. Okay. Now when you copy and paste these 2 lines of code, you got an error here. It says that this driver, you need to create a driver here. So instead of creating a driver here, can we pass the driver? Or let's say that what will happen if we just create a driver? Let me show you that one as well. Otherwise you'll be in a confusing, like you'll be confusing with this part. So web driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay. Now because this is the first time I'm working web driver, import it, Chrome driver, import it. Now, do you think I need to also get this one? System set property.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so you think so? No problem. So I have this code, 2 lines of code here, right? So can I just call this function here in the standard user instead of these 2 lines? Can I do that? Let me just create an object of that class. Okay. So that is login page. I will use this one like this with lowercase letter equals to new login page and done. So this is the way how we create an object, right? I believe you didn't forget that. Now using this login object, I will be able to call this function, right? Where is this function is? It's not there. Let me save it. Where is this function?
You write the wrong name. Login page should be.
Oh, sorry. That's right. That's right. So now I got it, right? So where is my function name? Here is my function name. Username text box. Now I'm able to see this one, right? I'm able to like go to this page, then it will insert this standard user. It should do that. So let me go back and see how it's working. Where is that? And there is no error here. So save it and run it. Okay, so it's opening the browser. Just check this out very carefully. I will not allow to maximize this. I will show you different things here. So it opened another browser. You see that? It opened another browser. So at first it opened this browser. Now it's going to this website. And now it opened another browser and it's not doing anything. Maybe you are thinking that I missed one part, that is this one. This line, right? Driver.get. You were thinking like that?
Yes, that URL we didn't put driver.get.
Okay, so let me run it again and see what it does. So this is for the first one. So it's going to this website. Now it again open this website. Now it's typing the username. Then it's typing the username here, and it's typing the password in the previous one.
Funny.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny, but we need to understand the process here. So how it's working and what we need to do. First of all, try to understand this class, okay? Line by line. So here, this is a setup. Then it's opening this source demo website. It's maximizing the browser. Then I'm calling this, I'm creating this object and I'm calling this function. Now let's go to this function. Let's go to this function. Now when it's come to this function, now again, it's opening the browser. It's like setting up the driver, then opening the browser, and then it's sending the username. Now when it's done, then it's coming back to this line. When it's coming back to this line, then it's typing the password in the first browser. Then it tries to click on the login button in the first browser. Then it says that username is required because you typed that username in the second browser. That's why what we do is, this is very important, we use one single driver to our whole execution. So we open one browser and we do all of our work in one browser only. If you open multiple browser, then your test will not work. So
That's why system is like thinking we have to type the password in one browser and username for the another browser.
so your program is basically execute line by line. Whatever you type, it will execute. Okay. Now that's why we cannot do these 3 lines of code here. We cannot do that. Then how we'll get this driver then? We need to get this driver from this class. Okay. If you remember that we pass that integer, string, something like that, right? We pass that we have an input function in the function. You remember that this is a place of the input function, input parameters, input section of the function where we are getting the inputs like integer, string from the outside, whoever is calling this function. So now this function's duty is to, whenever you are calling this function, now you also need to send the driver. Okay, how will you get this? If you are expecting integer number, you are always typing like this, right? You remember that?
Yes.
Or if you are expecting string, then you are typing this like this. Now because this is a driver, and when you are creating any driver, you see that this is a WebDriver, right? So that's why you need to use the same way. WebDriver driver. So now this function is expecting driver. Whoever this function will call, they have to provide driver. So you have to go back, and now you see red on the line. Now it will tell you that you have to add argument to match. You have to pass the driver. So just try the driver and you are done. So now let's see if it is working in the same browser or not. So it's opening the browser, starting the external user, typing the password, and it's also click on the login button. Now it also click. It's able to log in, right? So that means you have to pass this driver in all the places that you need to go. Like if you have like multiple classes, multiple functions, then you have to pass the driver, same driver, so that you can work in the same browser. You understood
Yes.
why I didn't create a new driver again here? Instead of that, I just pass the driver here. This is a very, very important concept, and in the work, when you will be working, you might see that if you are not passing the driver properly, then you will see an arrow. It says driver is null or something like that. So driver is the most important thing here in the automation. Okay, so can I do the same thing for the password? Can I?
Yes, because everybody have the same password also, and we can also do for the 4 user same password.
So this is a password text box. I'm not thinking about all of the users. I'm just thinking about the only one user right now. Only for the first one right now, the standard user. And here, let me go back and just copy these 2 lines of code and paste it here. So instead of these 2 lines of code, now I'll just call this function, which is login page dot password text box, and I have to pass the driver. Without passing the driver, it will not work, so I have to pass the driver. So let me take this one on the top so you will understand better. Okay, now it's better. So for these 2 lines of code, I replaced with this line. For these 2 lines of code, I replaced with this line. Now let's check if it is working or not. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Next thing. It's working fine. The next thing is, you see this login button? I can also keep that in a function, right? In this login page. Let's just create a function here. Public void login button, and then pass these 2 lines of code and make sure that I'm passing the WebDriver. So previously you are passing the integer string. Now because you need the driver, that's why you're passing the driver here. This is the only difference we have in the function right now. Okay, so now let's go back, keep this in a comment, and then login page dot login button driver. I'm passing the driver and then semicolon. So I hope it will work. It's working, right? So when it's working for standard user, now I have to think about, okay, how can I make this thing like I'm just calling the function and it will work for, let's say, problem user. Because in the problem user, I'm using the old way, like I was writing everything, but because I have this code here, I can just call them, right? So what I can do is, let me in the login page, in the problem user, let me create a login page object equals to new login page, and then done. After that, same way, I'll keep these 2 lines of code in a comment, and then I'll call login page dot username text box. I'm passing the driver semicolon. Same way I'll do this for these 2 lines of code, which is a password, which is login page dot password text box. I'm passing the driver and semicolon. And again, for this click, I'm putting this in a comment and then login page dot click. Sorry, login button. Again, passing the driver. Is anything wrong here? No, right? I'm just calling the function. I already have the function. I'm just calling the function. Is it okay to do that? Yes, why not? Yep, that's right. Let me run it. So I'm trying to work with the problem user. Make sure that I'm trying to work with the problem user. Let me run it. So for the problem user, if the user name should be problem user, problem underscore user, and when it's logged into the system, it's supposed to show me the dog picture instead of this product picture. It's supposed to show me the dog picture, but I can see it's logged in as a standard user.
Yes, it's logged in as a standard user.
Why is that? Why? The question is why. So this is my functions that I'm calling, and this is the place. This is the problem user. I'm calling the function from.
Is that we added the driver for the problem user?
Yes, you see that login page dot username text box driver. Then it's calling this function.
Yes, we did. Then what is the problem?
The problem is in front of you.
We send the send keys the standard user and then the send keys this one. So that's why they are giving this
That is
username.
right. That is right. So that's mean
Yes,
that
yes, the send key is the this one. Yeah, she is right.
okay.
Standard user. We have to change this one for like a problem user.
Okay. Can we make this one dynamic for different function for different call? They will provide that the username here. It will come from that here. The username will come from here, and then we'll use that in this function. Can we do that? Did okay. So remember, if you are saying yes, then I will ask you a question. And if you're saying no, then I'll ask you a question also.
Yeah, questioning is good for us. It doesn't matter I know or not.
Okay. So how can we pass this value for different function? For problem user, I need to pass the problem underscore user. That is the value. For
Can we do that like after the standard user we can put comma and we can also type problem user?
here in this send case, here
Yes,
in
in this send
here,
key. Then let's try to run it works or
comma,
not.
and then problem user, problem underscore user. Is this the right?
Let's give a try.
I'm not giving. I'll not try give it a try, but I will ask you someone who will help me. Is it the right thing to do? No. Okay, that is the right answer. But can you tell me, or I will explain that it is fine. But can you tell me if you are not able to? Can you tell me why it will not work? Okay, so let's not waste time. So this will not definitely will not work, because every time you will call this function, what it will do is it will just type this one in that username, this like this. So whatever you pass in the double quotation, it will type as is. So it will not
Yes,
see anything else.
it's
So
not.
that's
It's not.
why we cannot pass it here. So this is about, again, the function learning. If you remember that this in the same function we can send different values, right? So not global. So in the same function we can send different values. Just when you are calling the function, you can just send this value here. So let's say that if you are asking for a like a different variable, 1 second please. Okay, so it's kind of like you should expect a different value for this place. Every time someone will call this function, they need to provide the value. So let's say that here I can pass string and then username. Okay, I can pass the username and then I can use this variable here. If you remember that we did that already in our function learning. So whoever call this function, they need to pass driver and also they need to pass the username. Now what will happen now? So for the problem user, if you see, now I've got in red underline. After the driver, I also need to pass the username here from here, which is for problem user, I will pass problem user. I can pass it, right? And then for a standard user, again, it will show you a red underline. So after the driver, you can pass standard underscore user. You have to keep that in a double quotation. You got the concept? So same one function, but you can use it for different users. Okay. Now if I run this one for the problem user, it should log in as a problem user. It should log in as a problem user. Did I run a standard user or problem user? Oh, I run the standard user. Sorry, but I can run the problem user now. Problem user, right click, run as Java application. Now it should log in to the system using problem user. You see that? The same function I'm using for different users. You got the idea? Okay, so the main thing here in this concept is you are going to use this element for multiple times. So why should you create this element for multiple places? Why should not you just create this element only one place and just call this for multiple times?
That was I was almost about to ask. Like 4 users, we're gonna be use the
Yeah,
same times. We are
yes.
doing over here like 4 places.
Yeah, it's not only for user. If you have 100 user, let's say that you need to test with 100 user, you need to write all this code for 100 times. But instead of that, if you just create this element only for one time and keep that in non-nullable class, you can just call them for 100 times. Got it? So this concept is called page object. Okay, this concept is called page object. In this concept, whatever elements you will see here in this page will create a page. We'll create a class for that. and we'll create a function like this to get the elements. And after you log into the system, now you are in different page. Now you are in different page. So this is a products page, or you can say inventory page. So we'll create another class for this page, and we'll keep all the web elements. We'll get elements for this picture, we'll get elements for this add to cart, we'll get elements for this this block. So we'll create elements for all of these elements of this page and keep that in one class, and that will call as like inventory class, inventory page or products page. So this is the way how we separate the web elements page by page. So whenever we need anything from this page, we'll just type the page name and then we'll get the web element. And this element, when you are working in a group, it will help your group members. Okay, that's why we use this concept. This concept is called page object model. Okay, any question here? No questions?
Would you like to just revise again at the summary?
Okay, I'm not done yet. There is one more important concept is there.
Okay.
I'll show, then I will revise these topics. But at least you got some idea, right?
Oh yes, definitely. I understand.
Okay, so I will revise everything again, but I just need to understand that. Did you understand at least something from here? Not like we are not trying to create the same functions multiple times. We will create a runnable class, keep this function in that class, and then we'll call them. And we'll separate these functions page by page, like elements page by page. And this concept is called page object model. And you need to mention that in the interview that you are using page object model. So then in that way, they will understand, okay, you are organized. So you work in an organized way. Okay. Now, two more things that we need to cover today. One of the thing is the things that we are doing here in this page object. Where is my page object class? It's gone. Oh, it's here. So if you see, we are doing our operations here, right? We're just calling the function from the standard user and we are doing our operations here. We can do this approach, or some projects, they do the operation in here in the page, in the main script. So this is called the script page where you'll write your script, and this is your page object page where you'll keep your all elements here. Now you can do all your operations here, or you can do all your operations here as well. The approach is little different. That's why we learn the return type. Right now it's void, so it's not returning anything. But if I say, okay, if you find this element, then return this element. So when this function will return this element, I will keep this in a comment, and then I'll return this username text box, which is an element. Now, can anyone tell me that instead of void, what should I type here? Or should I keep void?
We can put right now the name directly. The
what name?
Like username for problem user or standard user. So this one.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, Safri. What is that?
String, right?
Anyone else?
Yeah, our project start with over here with the driver, then we put the string, so we can definitely return the string over here if we put the expected 1, then this will be also a string will be the expectation.
Okay, so I got 3 answer with the string. Anyone else? Okay, so the people with a string, they are wrong. So what I'm returning here? Username text box. And what is the type of this username text box?
Web element.
Web element. So you always need to check that what you are returning, the thing you are returning, you will put that here, the type. So instead of string or void, we need to keep what here? Web element. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Safin, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. Anila, you got it? Okay. So you 3 answer with a string, and people who didn't answer anything. So I am assuming that they are still weak on return type, but you need some practice. Okay. So the things that you need to return, you have to make sure that the return type will be the same type, data type. Now I'm returning something here. Now let's go back to the standard user. So when you are it's a standard user, I'm passing this one, but right now I'm not doing this operation. I'm not doing the same keys here. It's done. It's gone. So I'm planning to do that same keys here. So what I need to do is I will take this part out. Where is that? I will take this part out because I'm not doing anything here. So I will also not send it. So now standard user, I got an error because it says that I have some extra parameters. So I will remove this one. Now it's fine. But how I will send it? How I will do the send keys? So if you remember, I showed you that you can do driver.findElements by.xpath, and in the end of the line, if you put a dot, you'll see all the web elements there, like that, this one. So after the find element, if you put a dot, you'll see all the functions there of the web element. So approach is same. You are getting that web element here. Now before the semicolon, just put a dot. You'll see all the functions of the web element here. Now you just need to select send case, and from here you need to pass standard user. Okay. And for problem user, you need to do the same thing because you are calling the same function. Let me just copy this. It will help me to save some time. Dot same case. Then paste it and done. So now if I run it, if I run this standard user, it will work as like the same way it was working before. Standard user, then password, then just click on the login. Okay. So you got the concept. So we can do the operation here in the page like this. For the password, we can do like this, or we can also do the operation here in the script page. Okay. In this case, you just need to return the web element. Once you return the web element, you can do all your work here. The same keys, click. You can do all the things here. Any question here? No questions, which is a good thing. Then let's move forward to the last part. Okay. Again, can anyone tell me in all of this function, is there anything I'm getting in all the functions? Same thing, like the same thing I'm getting in all of the functions.
We are getting the web element from all the functions here.
Web element?
So
WebDriver.
I think you tried to say WebDriver. Am I right, Nasita?
yes, WebDriver, but yeah, function, yeah, WebDriver.
WebDriver. You said web element, but web element is different for each and every function. The web element is different, but for each and every function, the input, you see that the input driver is same.
Yes.
The input driver is same. So what we can do is we can just take this one only for one time, and then we can share the same driver in, like, if you have 100 functions, then you need to do this for 100 times. But if we follow the next approach that we have, then you don't need to do that. It will come automatically. Okay, now what is the approach? That is a big question. We have to create a function here, public. After the public, don't write any return type, just type the class name. Just copy the class name and paste it. Then put a parenthesis and semicolon. Curly bracket and close it. This is a look like a function, but it's not a function. You see that there is no return type. This one called constructor. Okay, I will just give you some idea today, but I will try to complete it today. If not, then I will also discuss it in the next session. So this one is called constructor. First rule to create a constructor is it should not have any return type.
So the function which doesn't have any return type, we can say that constructor.
That's true. And also, this is mandatory. Constructor name should be
Same as class name.
the same as class name. Okay. These are the two important things about the constructor. Without that, this is not a constructor. Okay. And in Java, when you are calling this, when you are creating this object, you remember that we are creating this object of the login page. If we don't have these lines, even though Java automatically create these 2 lines of code, and we can see that this is called with default constructor. Java created for us, but the default constructor is look like this. Java basically creates a constructor like this. Okay. Now by this constructor, we can pass this WebDriver. Okay. If you see this input section here, we can pass this input section to this here. Okay. Now I'm trying to get this driver. Now to pass this driver, if you remember, we use global variable and local variable, and we can also change the value of that global variable by using the function. You just need to go back to some previous recordings. You can understand that. So here the concept is we need a global driver, web driver. Let's say it's an internal driver. I will keep it separate. Internal, give a different name, internal driver. So this internal driver will work every place. I will not take this web driver anymore. I will not take this web driver anymore. I will not take this web driver anymore. So what I'll do, I will just use this web internal driver here. Okay. Now this constructor is getting web driver, but how can I assign this driver to this internal driver so that this internal driver will work? Right now, if I call this, it will not work. So this driver is not there and valid anymore. This driver is not expecting anything anymore. This function is also not expecting anything. But if you see, once you have this, now when you are trying to create this object, you have to provide this driver. It's same thing as like a function. In a function, if you have a WebDriver, you have to pass the driver here. That we did, right? Now, in this case, this constructor is forcing us that whoever is going to create the object of this class, they have to provide the driver. I think I'm going too fast today, but I will give you some more basic idea about this constructor in next session also, okay? So now I'm passing the driver because this one is asking the WebDriver, and constructor is basically help us to provide something when we create an object. And if you remember this class, where is that? Selenium learning. If you remember about this, where is that? Western user here. If you remember this one, when you create this WebDriver wait, and then we need to pass this driver, and then we also need to pass this 25. Without that, it will not allow you to create the object of the wait. Same thing. When you have this WebDriver in the constructor, then you have to have passed this driver. Now this part is done, and this function is also not expecting anything. You see that all the functions are empty now. Now let's go back and run this standard user. So it opened the browser. Now you will see it's not typing anything, and there is some error here. You see that there's some error here. Cannot do work in this find element because internal driver is null. Internal driver is null means that this driver is null. This driver is nothing. I didn't like say anything about this driver. So how it will get that, right? So that's why we have to tell that get this driver inside this internal driver. It's just like you are assigning a value in a variable like this, internal driver equals to driver. So you are trying to assign this value driver inside this internal driver. Now this internal driver is all the places. It's now all the places. Now if I run it, it should work. You see that? Now it's typing. Okay, and the reason is I'm passing the driver, and here I'm also telling, okay, get this driver and keep it inside the internal driver. Now when it's done, the object is creation is done, then already this internal driver have this driver. Now every time it's
question.
yes.
We already like mentioned the Java system like internal driver equal to the driver. After that, why did it shows us the error message while you are trying to run it?
Well, error message. Okay, so the error message is for the problem user. So I have to change everything in the problem user. So in the problem
Okay, then.
I need to pass in that object, and here in the function is not expecting any driver anymore. This one, not more. That's it. So now if I am running it again, it will not show me any error message. It will just simply run it.
Perfect.
Okay, so the constructor concept is a very important concept. So just try to follow the instruction that I did. Just try to follow the recording and try to work on it. And still, you can join that help session. I can help you on that. And if you have any extra question, then we can solve that on next session. Okay. Sorry, I took 21 minutes extra today because I thought these are the things that we should cover at least this until this week, because next week there is a new topic. Yeah, I think this, yeah, I know that this is a confusing thing. This constructor part is very confusing part. So just go step by step that what I did, like separate your web element in a login page, then pass the driver for each and every function, then think about like I'm passing the driver for each and every function. How can I just send this driver only for once, and then it will work for all of them. Then think about getting a constructor. Okay, once you just follow the steps, then only you will understand that why we need this constructor and how this constructor works. Okay, so for the interview, what they ask is, what is constructor? Okay, constructor is a kind of like function which doesn't have any return type. Okay, and its name is the class name as a class name. Okay, any question?
Till now, no. We'll do more practice. And thank you very much for like giving us 5 minutes extra time for the break. And no problem for the extra time you 21 minutes took. It was really help us. Thank you.
No problem. Can you also write about the page object? Okay, page objects. So this is a page object. So let me type it here. So page object model is a concept to separate the web elements from the script. Okay, and the last thing is about the page object is for each and every page we create a class. Like for login page, it's a login page dot java. So the page object model concept is you are separating your web elements from the script. That is the main concept. And it will help you to get like if you keep all the functions. So let's say that if you have 100 users to check, like to verify 100 user login, and if you type these things in 100 script, it will be like you are repeating yourself, right? So you are typing these things every time, like for each and every user. Instead of doing that, instead of getting this web element for 100 times, you can just get it only for one time and just call it every time. That's it. Any more question? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so we are done for today. And for automation, we just have 2 weeks for 2 framework, 1 week for advanced Java, and some other things like GitHub, Jenkins. So we'll cover that in 1 week, and the OOP concept also. And then we have 2 more weeks. That is for one is for SQL and another is for API. So hardly we have 5 more weeks. So because we lost 1 week for Thanksgiving week, so that's why there's like 1 extra week is we have to do in January. So be prepared for next 5 week. Yeah, Cucumber also. Cucumber is for 1 week. That is fine. Cucumber is a very easy concept. You will get the hard time on TestNG. That is on next week, not on Cucumber. So Cucumber is very easy. So if you understand how these things work, how to write this script, then Cucumber is really very easy thing. So do some more practice, and please try to follow the instruction and complete this by following these recordings. It will help you, and it will also help me to save some time next session so that we can start and finish on time and TestNG. Okay. Okay. Anything else? No problem. Inshallah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. And